Okay. Go.
Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to the second episode of Wind Down Wildcats. And we're very excited to have you here tonight. I have some special treats today because it is St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. And it used to be my very favorite day of the year as a kindergarten teacher. I used to walk into my classroom and everything was just everywhere. Something had come and ransacked the classroom. Chairs were turned over, and I just was like, what is going on here? And I always knew that that little leprechaun had been in my classroom because he left all this evidence, like gold glitter, and there were green footprints. And I thought, that leprechaun had been in my room. So what I'm wondering is the leprechaun running around school right now since no one's there? I bet he is having a ball. I don't know. One of the other things that was a lot of fun to me, and it still is that the kindergartners love to come running up to me at recess, and they say, Miss Arrow, because that's what they call me. They can't say Monero very well. And they come up running to me, and they show me their 4-leaf clovers that they've found. And it looks like this. And they show it to me, and they say, look, Miss Arrow, I found a 4-leaf clover. I'm so lucky. And then they go, just kidding, tricked you. And they really have 2 regular shamrocks. And so it's really funny that they love to do that, and it's like their favorite thing, and I miss it a whole lot when I'm not there. So it's a fun time of the year, and I wanted to make sure that I talked to y'all about the shamrock and the 4-leaf clover. So, of course, St. Patrick's Day is an Irish tradition, and we've adopted it here in America, and some places use the shamrock as a symbol for peace, love, and hope. And then they add the 4th leaf, as a symbol of luck. And so one thing that I always love to teach my kindergartners is how to draw a shamrock. And it's not hard at all, and it's something that you can do, and it's so much fun. Right now in our neighborhood, we're playing sort of a game to get the kids outdoors without touching each other, and they can go around from house to house and look for shamrocks that are hidden, that someone may have posted on their window or on their door or on their mailbox. And so if you kids want to have some fun at home, you can make your very own shamrocks to put on your windows or your doors, and then you can walk around and look for shamrocks in the neighborhood and try to find them. So I'm going to teach you like a really easy way to draw a shamrock. Okay, so I have my paper here, and all you have to do is know how to draw a heart. Now, you don't laugh at me because I am not the best artist. But if I draw a heart like that, just like a little heart, and then I turn my paper and draw another heart, and then I turn my paper again and I draw another heart, and then I can draw a stem. And it looks sort of like a shamrock. And then you can color it in, and you can make a face on it or any kind of thing you want to do with your shamrock. And it's a lot of fun to play this game, especially right now when we're not supposed to be touching each other. I bet there's not any pinching going on today since no one's supposed to touch anybody else. Okay, so our story tonight. I'm so excited about this story. One thing I want to say is that I have spoken in email and in person to all of these authors and some of the publishing companies of the stories that I'm reading. I wanted to try to make sure that I have permission to read them online. And so this lovely lady, Laura Murray, she emailed me back when I asked her if it was okay for me to read her book, and she said sure. So she is going to let me read her book tonight, and her publishing company is Putnam, and I'm very, very happy to be able to read these stories. These authors have been amazing during this time, allowing me to connect with you, to connect with my kids. And I want to remind you that I would love to see some pictures or some videos of you watching, of your videos of your kids watching. So I think it will be fun to see that. All right, so I think for this book, I'm really gonna need a leprechaun. Lucas, you're around? Hey, could you be my leprechaun for my book?
Sure, why not?
Oh, I'm so glad that Lucas is here to be a leprechaun. Do you have a hat like mine?
Oh, I do actually.
Oh, it's a good thing because he needs to be a leprechaun with the hat. Okay, well, in this story, let me just tell you a little bit about Laura Murray's books, she likes to write about the gingerbread man. And the gingerbread man is in a lot of her books. And in this story, the gingerbread man meets the leprechaun. So I'm going to play the part of the gingerbread man, if that's okay.
Of course.
And you can be the leprechaun, okay?
I don't get a choice, do I?
No, you don't. All right. So thanks for being a good sport.
Of course.
And it was illustrated by Mike Lowry. Illustrations are very important because you saw how well I drew a shamrock earlier. You know it's very important. All right. So the gingerbread man and the leprechaun are loose at school. Oh boy. You know, I know what those gingerbread men can do to schools. They can tear them up. All right. One Monday in March, the mischief began with a
hee hee hee
from a wee little man. We heard the sly laugh as he raced down the hall. Then he paused by our door with a wink and a call.
Foo fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm a leprechaun on a mess-making spree. I'm crafty and keen, I'm nimble and quick, I love to make mischief or play a good trick.
And all the kids' faces. We rushed to the hall. He was nowhere in sight, but some tiny green shamrocks trailed off to the right. It seems that our school has an unwanted guest. A magical, mischievous leprechaun pest. We silently tiptoed our way down the hall, then spied a small message taped up on the wall.
The woodwinds, the strings, percussion, and brass are turned topsy-turvy, awaiting your class.
Music, I whispered. The band room's this way. But when we arrived, we all stared in dismay. The sheets were all scattered. The tubas were tipped. The trumpets, violas, and flutes were all flipped. He made a mess. I knew he would. Way to go. And there on the board was another green note. I grabbed it and read out his rascally quote.
Foo fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm as clever can be. This musical mess is just the first one. It's rollicking, frolicking leprechaun fun.
Let's tidy this room and then plan what to do before he comes back and makes mess number 2. After our lunchtime, we'll work on a trap. Someone must capture that small cheeky chap. I slipped from the lunch line and went for a stroll to prowl all the hallways on prankster patrol. I'll search through the school as fast as I can. I can catch him. I'm the gingerbread man. I spotted more shamrocks, then heard a new noise. I pushed on a door with a sign that said boys. This place was a mess. Then I yelled with a blush, "Where are your manners? Remember to flush!" I glanced in the mirror, then spied his green note. I quickly retrieved it and read what he wrote.
Foo fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm as sneaky can be. I placed all the books in my favorite shape and planned a few hijinks before my escape.
He's loose in the library. This is not good. But he won't treat the books the way that he should. I'm on the case, I said as I ran. I can catch him because I'm the gingerbread man. The books were all stacked in a rainbow display. They teetered and tottered and started to sway. Down they all came in an avalanche slide. They toppled so fast I had no time to hide. Then under the pile, I was startled to find something important that he'd left behind. Beside his green note was a little lost hat. I'm betting that he might be looking for that. I sprang from the books and grabbed his hat too. Then I opened the message to read the next clue.
Foo fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm as tricky can be. The lunchroom, a classroom, which place should I go? How about a house made from gingerbread dough?
My classroom, my house. I must get there first. I sped down the hall in a super fast burst. I'm on a mission. I've got a good plan. I can catch him. I'm the gingerbread man. I reached out our door quickly. No sign of the elf. So I gathered supplies from a low closet shelf. I grabbed all the pencils, a ruler, and glue. Then I found toilet tissue and pulled it down too. Isn't he lucky for finding that? Right now. I set up my trap. Then I heard a small giggle. I peered at our door and saw the knob jiggle.
Fo fiddly fee, ha ha, hee hee. Is that my magical hat that I see?
With a glint in his eye, he skipped through the door, not noticing glue that was spread on the floor. Slipping and sliding, his arms whirled around as he log rolled on pencils laid out on the ground. He landed on top of the measuring stick. The ruler popped up and it gave him a flick. He slid down a mountain of soft tissue rolls, but his shoes were so sticky it stuck to his soles. Flipping and flopping, he spun round and round. Then wrapped like a mummy, he rolled to the ground. The trap did the trick. I pulled off my plan. Hello, leprechaun. I'm the gingerbread man.
Oh, fiddly fee, oh my, oh me. This is a bind that I did not foresee.
I'm happy to help you, but first you must say you'll fix up the messes that you left here today.
Okay, little cookie, so crafty and keen. Just hand me my hat, and I promise to clean.
That's quite a good trick, but I'm smarter than that. You must do it first. Then I'll give you your hat.
Oh, you're pretty clever as me.
He winked, then he said,
May your school be mess-free.
With a pop and a crackle of shimmering green, the mess disappeared and the room was all clean. So I pulled on the tissue and spun him around. Then he sprang to his hat with a leap and a bound. He sang out,
I'm free!
As my classmates came in. Then he did a quick jig and a wave and a grin.
It's time to be going, my mischief is done. But I'll visit next March with more leprechaun fun.
I'm up for the challenge. We'll have a new plan. Bring it on, leprechaun, because I'm the gingerbread man. All right, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed our story this evening. And I want to thank, again, Laura Murray and Mike Lowry and the guys at Putnam Publishing for allowing us to read this book tonight. Thank you all so much. Remember, make it a great break or not.
The choice is yours.